What's going on, guys? G2 here. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're watching this video, you've got a problem with your AR. So if you're new to the channel, I've got a ton of videos that can help you out, and I will link them throughout the course of this video as well as at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. You've got a problem with your AR. If you've been here before, you know we've done this. So I have had, literally, since I've put out all these videos, thousands of you have reached out to me asking, what's wrong with my AR? This is what it's doing. I've watched the videos. It doesn't help. Yada, yada, yada. So we're going to go over a lot of the main things that you need to be looking at, as well as the #1 reason why your AR is malfunctioning. So before we get into the #1 reason why you're here, your AR malfunctioning, or firearm in general is malfunctioning, I want to let you know, you're here because you like guns. But if you're like me, you like golf. You love golf. You hate golf. You hate the love golf, whatever it is. We started a new channel. It's 3-Putt Bogey. It's all about golf. On-course videos, golf club repair, golf club modification, golf club reviews, as well as, you know, the giveaways and contests that we will run. We're just started off. We're trying to get to 1,000. Get us in that YouTube algorithm. So we'd love to have you there. Join us at 3-Putt Bogey on YouTube. The link will be in the description. Follow us on Instagram too. We'll see you on the course. One of the reasons you've gotten problems is you're undergassed. Undergassed simply means is the system is not getting enough pressure or gas to fully functionally operate. This can impact your ejection, your extraction, your loading into battery, double feeds, all of that stuff. So if you think it's undergassing, like you're not getting enough power, the easy way to check that is to look at your ejection pattern of your shells. They should be ejecting 3 o'clock from you. If they're not 3 o'clock, so they're 12 to 3, in that range, you're probably undergassed, and you want to check this video right here. The other issue you may be having is overgassed. Now this happens a lot when the gas port on your AR is too large. Now unfortunately, there's not a lot you can do about that in terms of fixing the barrel. You'd have to replace it to a smaller gas port, but you could use something like an adjustable gas block as opposed to the standard one that you have. If you're overgassed, this could cause past 3 o'clock ejection points, as well as double feeds, failed ejections and extractions. The shell gets stuck in the throat of the barrel and you can't get it out. This one is pretty bad because you're putting too much pressure into your system, and over time you may work, but it's going to really put a strain on a lot of the components on your system. So check out right over here for the overgassed video. Now before we get into the #1 reason why you're having problems with your AR, you got to look at some of the other things that you may have installed or are using in your system. #1, the magazines. Magazines, as much as I love to say are standard, are anything but. The standard magazine, Magpul, Lancer, whatever it is that you use, could have a different notch that locks into your magazine catch. It could sit a little low, could sit a little high. This is going to cause you problems as well. You've got polymers, which tend to bow out where the rounds feed in. And then you've got steel, which give you no wiggle room either way. So I always say the #1 thing you should look at, it's not the #1 reason, but it is your magazines. Make sure that if you're using surplus, change the magazine spring, change the follower, all of those things to get your and for God's sakes, clean your magazine. Get that nice and clean and lubricated inside, and if that doesn't fix it, then we're going to go into the #1 reason why it's not working, according to the comments that you guys have been giving me. The other thing you have to look at too is, are you running a suppressor with your system? An undergas system with a suppressor is never going to work. You're always going to have misfeeds, misfires, double feeds, ejection issues. going to be a nightmare. So always invest in adjustable gas block. I think that is probably the big takeaway from here, besides the number one reason you guys seem to be missing. If you're overgassed and you're using suppressor, now you're putting even more strain onto your system. That gas, that extra gas that you should not have, has nowhere to go. So it's coming back into that system and causing all kinds of issues for you. An easy way to notice this is if you shoot and you feel that pressure back in your face, you are seriously overgassed, especially with the suppressor. So I would say when you are running with the suppressor, if your system cannot run without it, it's definitely not going to run with the suppressor. Okay, so the number one reason why your AR is malfunctioning. Again, thousands of you have asked me this question, and it always comes down to when I'm talking to you or I'm reading your comments, there's one word in there that just tells me exactly what the problem is, and it's new. You just bought an AR and it's not working, or you just built an AR and it's not working. It's new. So before you even go down this rabbit hole of trying to fix something after you've shot one round, one magazine out of a brand new AR, break it in. This is the grand finale of this video. Break in your AR. And I'm not talking like 2 magazines. I'm talking like 100 to 200 rounds. 300 to be safe. And you know what? It's expensive, but you got into this, right? This ain't no hobby, and it ain't cheap. So if you have a brand new AR and you are having issues, you just got to fight through it. You just got to bite the bullet, put 200, 300 rounds through it, let the system break in. Everything is new. It has not really set itself into a properly functioning system until you break it in. It sounds silly and it sounds simple, but guys, it really is as simple as that. New ARs have a break-in period. Every gun has a break-in period. You cannot judge the efficiency and effectiveness on a brand new gun after the first shot, first magazine, first dozen magazines. You gotta put it through its cycles. So go ahead, break it in. Make sure that when you're in this break-in period, to make it easier on you, you are over lubricating everything. Oil on everything. That's going to make the system break in easier than running it dry. So over lubricate, break in for a couple range sessions, 150 to 300 rounds. If after that time you're still having issues, then you go to the videos that I have sent you and linked in here and also put at the end of the description. So I hope that helps you out. I hope it answers a lot of questions. I see it all the time, and my answer is always the same. Break-in period. So until next time, make sure that you're practicing safe weapons handling at all times and treating every weapon as if it was loaded. God bless America. G2 out.